3, 2, 1, fire.
Today's most awesome fireworks pack more oohs and ahs than ever before. The sight of whole batteries of shells being launched is matched only in the sky by the chest-thumping blasts of exploding color. Skilled pyrotechnicians have brought computers and electronic igniters to their time-honored art to create these amazing displays of pyro wizardry. One of our earliest awakenings to the laws of physics comes on July 4th, when, as barely cognizant beings, we stare at a strange and wonderful night sky full of bursting bombs. Fractions of a second before any sound is heard, we learn to flinch at the staccato flashes of white. The thundering reports confirm that light travels faster than sound. After this initial lesson, a black veil, dark as the pyrotechnician's silhouettes, descends over the whole experience. Fireworks enters a realm of forbidden knowledge, a magic practiced for our wonderment, not our understanding.
The people enjoy it because of the mystery. You can look at the stars and every night they're going to be in the same place, but you can launch a 6-inch shell and you're not quite sure exactly what it's going to do until it actually performs. So there's some connection with fire and man that's gone back since the beginning of time.
Yet today's world of fireworks, also known as pyrotechnics, is firmly based in modern science, and as such, it is completely open to our exploration.
The basic thrill of fireworks is the sky exploding in color, in light. I think there's something that goes to the basic human psyche about the ability to control this release of energy. In order to make really good fireworks, we have to understand the basic chemistry, basic physics, basic electronics to get a really good fireworks show.
What is the reality behind the magic? Fireworks shows range in size and can cost from a few thousand to several $100,000. They can be either in the sky or indoors. Behind these impressive displays are the fireworks people who create them and their incredible enthusiasm.
When 20,000 people scream their guts out with joy over something I've just done, nothing can pay that. It's an addictive drug. If you don't feel that coming back from the audience, you're in the wrong business. And if you do feel it, it is the ultimate addiction.
2,000 years ago, the Chinese are thought to have made the first fireworks by packing saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal into bamboo tubes. This is the earliest known use of black powder, as the mixture has since come to be known. When lit, the noise produced so impressed the Chinese that they were convinced fireworks could drive away evil spirits. And so, fireworks assumed a special place in Chinese culture, used in practically all ceremonies, including births, marriages, and funerals. The Italian explorer Marco Polo described fireworks on his trip to China in the 13th century as one of the wonders of the Orient. Not long after Marco Polo brought black powder back to the West, a German monk converted it for use in a gun, as gunpowder. The Italians, on the other hand, used it to make fireworks. The Italians have been refining the art of pyrotechnics ever since, first in Europe and later in America, where certain fireworks family dynasties remain in business to this day. Fireworks in America have been synonymous with 4th of July celebrations from the time Boston patriot John Adams wrote in 1776 that the national holiday ought to be solemnized, with such displays from one end of the continent to the other, from this time forward and forevermore. Americans have remained faithful to that spirit. From World's Fairs, to inaugurations, homecomings, fireworks are now used to celebrate every kind of event. On the edge of Long Island's Pine Barrens in Brookhaven, New York, the world-famous Grucci Fireworks family have built a compound that would seem able to withstand any attack. However, these reinforcements guard against danger not from the outside, but from within. The sandy soil of Long Island is perfect for building row upon row of neatly ordered bunkers, magazines that store explosive compounds, and fireworks. Near the end of the 19th century, a great uncle of the Gruccis, Angelo Lanzetta, brought over in a shoebox from Italy to New York closely guarded formulas for pyrotechnics. In 1938, Felix Grucci Sr. took over the business, and in the decades that followed, the family gained a reputation for artistry and inventiveness. However, it took a gold medal at the Monte Carlo fireworks competition in 1979 and the 1983 Brooklyn Bridge Centennial celebration to launch them into the big time.
Fireworks has been in our family for about 130 years. It's been passed on from one generation to the next, and it's actually woven into every fiber of our being.
Part of the reason for the Grucci's success has been close attention to detail and to safety. Before entering the shop where shells are assembled, a worker touches a brass plate, drawing from her body any potentially dangerous static charge. Jimmy, a fourth-generation Grucci, personally primes and inspects a shipment of aerial shells that have come in from Asia. They are specially made with 2 fuses, one as a backup. Another worker attaches bags of black powder lifting charge.
What we have behind me is custom-made aerial shells to the specifications of fireworks by Grucci. These aerial shells have 2 timing mechanisms on them, and each timing mechanism is primed with a powder charge. These timing mechanisms are designed to burn for approximately 3.5 to 4 seconds. They will allow this shell to reach an altitude of approximately 600 feet, where it will then burst open and expel all of the component parts.
As do most large fireworks companies, Grucci also manufactures its own variety of aerial shells, blending the different chemical compounds and shaping the shells by hand. American-made shells are cylindrical in shape, giving them a more random burst. The colors, on the other hand, last longer relative to their spherical Asian counterparts, which spread into spectacular floral patterns and then fade. One of the company's major creative forces and grandson of the family patriarch is Phil Grucci. Phil has designed or choreographed many of the major fireworks displays of recent years. Now he's busy working on a show for the grand opening of the Reserve Casino in Las Vegas.
We utilize the digital editor as our tool. The computer is our tool, but the actual creativity is our imagination. Graphically, the computer gives us the music on the screen where we can see our valleys and our peaks. From that, then I go to my own internal imagination, knowing what our inventory is or our cast of characters, and place them in the appropriate locations to the music. And it's all based on emotion. It's just like painting a picture. What your palette is and making sure that the right colors and the right hues are placed on that canvas.
And what artist could ask for a greater canvas than the silky night sky? Perhaps that's the real power of fireworks. It is free-form expression where literally the sky's the limit.
For the Reserve grand opening, because it is a grand opening, it's a very celebratory event. It's a very bold event. The music is very bold. As you can see, the graphs, there's very little there's very little valleys here. Most of it's all peaks. So the fireworks in this event, the tempo is very upbeat. As you can see, we'll place the fireworks exactly at the moment where that product needs to perform at its cue, if you will.
Phil learned the trade at the side of his father, Jimmy Grucci. His apprenticeship with his father was cut tragically short in November 1983.